What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking about how to create the best MUT team cheat. All right, like theme team build. We're going to be talking about, like I said, I got giveaways going on over on Twitch. You're going to want to make sure you follow me there at GmiasWorld. We're going to be doing them daily, coming soon, starting Saturday. So check it out. It will be an EA sponsored stream. So if you're part of the chat, you may be able to get some things. Also, free packs and things like that from Twitch drop. So we're going to talk about the best Ultimate Team. Now, right now, you guys can see my new quarterback. All right, and some of you guys are still asking, yo, bro, I don't understand. You know, Marigoda, like, he's pretty fast. Dude, I'm not running around anymore. This is not Madden 24. All right, I don't usually roll out a lot. I'm not doing a lot of that stuff. So I got to focus in on a quarterback that suits what I do. And I throw the ball down the field. So when we talk about building the best Ultimate Team, we're talking about building the best Ultimate Team for you. So right now, I'm in a situation, right, where I want to take a look at Xavier Worthy. I want to see what he's doing, because I think that if I put him in the scheme that I run with a 97 speed, he's going to be unstoppable. Now, there's another thing that you guys are asking about with theme teams. At this point, does it make sense, right, to go with any theme team? Because they're going to be releasing these cards, they're going to be OP. This is what's going to happen, right? Most of the cards are not going to truly get 99 speed until probably golden tickets or team of the year, something like that. So you're going to need at least +1 on a theme team. That's usually what EA Sports does. Now, going crazy, right, and just going 40 or 40 is absolutely berserk. That doesn't make any sense to me. So we're not going to lock in with that. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some of the cards and what are the things, what are the things that I'm doing. So one of the main things that I do, right, is I put together teams that utilize the free cards that we get, right? The field pass. For those of you guys that are getting the Madden Ultimate Team, also my veterans. Many of you guys don't understand. Right now, the only card that you should have created first, you could obviously go with Charles Woodson as well, but he's not going to really be good until he gets to the final level. But right here, Joe Thuney, right? This guy's a 95 overall left guard when he's chemmed, okay? I'm going to explain this to you again. This is really weird, though. I don't even know, what boost is he getting? Oh, he's getting zone coverage and man coverage, and that makes him a 95? That's pretty stupid. But this is the situation that you guys have to understand. This right here is a 100% free card, right? So when you're building the best theme team, it doesn't have to be limiteds. It doesn't have to be like, oh my God, I paid all this money. You get cards at positions that make sense, and then you start to save coins. That's primarily the focus of everything. So you have to understand the field pass and what you get throughout the field pass. The next thing is this, the abilities, all right? Because after you figure out ways to get your cards for cheap and stuff like that, utilizing tickets, upgrading, you play through challenges, players like Christian Watson that are so cheap, but you have to have a token to upgrade him and make him a 94, you start to understand some of the stuff within the game and how the game actually plays. Now, the more important part, abilities. Because now you only have 18 ability points between offense and defense. So the best possible route is where you give the players the best possible abilities. So now you look at the fact, right? Calvin Johnson is using 3 because we have deep out. I just played a game where he dropped every pass and the guy only had mid-zone KO, right? So if you were to ask me, okay, G, what's the way that you actually utilize, what is the best way to utilize the abilities? What makes the most sense, right? This is what makes the most sense. I believe that most of the time Calvin Johnson is going to catch the ball when he's one-on-one, so I'm going to sacrifice that deep out. Even in games where he's absolutely garbage, I have to deal with that fact. I can't do anything about it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But you may not want deep out. You may use Calvin in a completely different way that doesn't cost you as much. For me, that seems to be the best possible thing for me. Are there other abilities that may be good? It's possible. They're not all like, oh my God, this card is OP. It's not really like that. You know what I'm saying? He's a good card because he's 6'5" and he's mobile. He can move around. He's pretty good. He'll stiff arm you into the ground. But you got to pick the best possible ability and what you really want to do for your squad. If you throw short, if you do different things, do you want to use playmaker? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. If you don't have master tactician and you want to do stuff like that with the quicker, you know what I'm saying, when you go ahead and move them up and stuff like that with the playmaker, it's based upon what you want to do. Okay, but these cards are all primarily cheap, what I'm talking to you about right now. Mike Evans is about 200K. Calvin is about 300. Those are 2 wide receivers. Like I said, Mike Evans is garbage, but both of them are decent receivers to have right now at this time. Because there are other options, though, you can go through with the sets and you can take your time and make players and stuff like that if that's something that you're into. But that's just focusing on the fact that even if you get a player that's good, you're still gonna have to know what kind of abilities you need to utilize. Now, when you're playing the market and understanding the way it works and stuff, oh yeah, this card is only auctionable because it's a limited, you know, I can make this other card in a set. This is what you have to be very, very careful with, all right? When you start buying things from the auction house, make sure that you couldn't have completed the set otherwise. For instance, Xavier Worthy, right? He's super fast, he's ridiculous, and he's a champion card. He's a basic champion card, right? This is something that you would have to know. When you're trying to put together a cheap team, you can probably get the cards that go into his set to put together the set for the same card for a lot cheaper. So if you start thinking like that, it makes it a lot easier for you to be able to put together teams that actually work for you. So let's take a look at what's going on, right? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I gotta find you. Where are you? You should be someplace around here, aren't you? You okay, what? So there he is, Xavier Worthy. So now let's check what his price is, okay? Because he's 580. Now, realistically, let's just say realistically, right? It's gonna probably be, if you can snipe off the auction, he's a 5-card set. So if you can snipe cards for about 100K, it's gonna work out. Or if you can build cards for 100K. So this is where it gets technical when you're starting to build, you know, put together your theme team, whatever. If you need them for your Chiefs theme team or whatever you're doing, and you're just trying to spend the least amount of money, these are key positions that's gonna go out there and make plays for you. So it's worth it, right? So now we take a look at the sets for the playoffs. We're gonna need, I believe, right? Let's go. Hold on. Let me go over here. I think we're gonna need 3 of the 91s, and then 2 91 and 92s. So your job is to put together the 91s as cheap as possible. So we're gonna take a look at what's going on. So what do the 91s need, right? Okay, 91s need 88s. So the 88s are about 20K usually when you're gonna make them, right? So if you do that for the amount of times that are needed, right? You repeat that 5 times and you make sure that no matter what, you're only spending 100K. You just saved yourself 80K for a player that you wanted. So understanding what's going on within sets for the players that you like, it makes a lot more sense. For instance, I don't know if I want to utilize, you know, the way that this works, if I want to utilize these sets to make it, I can just go to the set itself and make it with the cards that I already have, right? Because just because this is the way that it is and you have to put together all of these packs and all of these sets or whatever, it doesn't mean that it's impossible. You just have to take your time. And if you can get away with, you know, saving here and there, all those coins will come back when you actually need them later in the game. So that's one of the ways that I usually go through it. I would go look at every single position and see exactly what I want to do with every single position, and then look at the sets first in order to make set players. That way, now when you're putting together your team, you're taking your time to focus in on cards that you actually want, as opposed to just going willy-nilly inside the catalog. So those are just some of the things that I want you guys to do. I will be getting that Xavier Worthy and giving you guys a display of how fast he is on the field. And if it turns out that he's actually really good, we may go at least a 20, a 40 Chiefs team. So let me know what your theme team is. Let me know what your overall is and how you're building it. And I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. Be sure to follow me on X at GmiasWorld. Until next time, one love, y'all.